Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a lovely day. I don't know what to do with my hair. I don't know whether to leave it down or tie it up or what I will do with it, because it's I just washed it this morning, so it's kind of annoying. But and I also have a new friend on my face. Actually, multiple friends that I shouldn't be living there, but they are, and they're not paying rent for it, but it's fine. I'm actually going to tie up my hair just because it's kind of annoying at the minute. So I hope you're all keeping well. I'm doing a little Q&A today. Okay, that looks a bit crazy, but we're just gonna ignore it, aren't we? Ugh. Now, I did pop on a little bit of lipstick. I was actually testing out a lipstick and I haven't taken it off yet. And I don't think I will, so it looks a bit crazy because I'm not wearing any makeup at all. But I did want to pop on some makeup, so I want to pop on some lipstick. So like I said, I'm going to be doing a Q&A today, and before I get into that, I just want to say a massive thank you to everybody for all the love in the last video. Like, I haven't been on YouTube in a couple of months, and the love on that video was just really sweet. So thank you all so much. I also got my nails done, which I'm obsessed with. That's besides the point. So thank you so much, and let's get on into the Q&A. I was going to do my makeup in this video, but I really didn't feel like doing my makeup as my skin is in bits and I don't want to be putting on makeup unnecessarily, so I'm really sorry about this little spot on my face. It's kind of disgusting, but it happens. So on Instagram, you can follow my Instagram, link will be in the description box. It's at Fiona McNamara XX. I asked for anybody to ask me some questions, or if there's anything they wanted for me to talk about, so I have a few of those written down that I got on Instagram. But before that, I did want to go into a little bit of an update. Not really an update, but just kind of talk about life for a sec. So there's been a lot of change in my life. Just with my life has changed drastically with Is this pillow annoying? My life has just changed drastically with lockdown and stuff. So much has changed, and a lot of it I'm not going to go into because, again, it's my private life. But there has been a few people noticing that things have changed. They've noticed that I'm living in a different place and all of that. And yes, I am living in a different place. I am living with my boyfriend. So that's it, I guess. I'm okay. A lot of people are asking if I'm okay. I am okay. Again, a lot of it I can't go into just for personal reasons, but a lot has changed in my life. Some good, some bad. And that's okay as well. So I think with lockdown has been a really hard time for lots of people. So much has changed in everyone's life. I suppose when you're lockdown was difficult because we were stuck at home all the time. Things were getting a bit shit for loads of people. People's mental health was going bad, and all of that. But that's all I'm going to say at the minute, or probably about it ever. But for everyone asking, I am okay, don't worry about me, I'm fine. Some days are harder than others, but you kind of push through. So I'm just going to go ahead with the questions that you guys asked me. There's a lot, by the way, so we're going to be here for a while. If you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe, and yeah. So the first question is, do you believe in finding the one? So basically, yeah, I do. Of course, I'm a very romantic person, and I love romance, and I just love love. So yeah, I do believe in finding the one. I feel like everybody in life has a soulmate, whether it's somebody they are with forever or if it's someone they're only with for a short time. I do think everybody has a soulmate. I'm just incredibly romantic, and I do love romance and everything like that. So yeah, I do think everybody does have a soulmate. I do think everybody has the one, but again, like I said, for everybody it may not be lifelong, if that makes sense. So the question is next question is your go-to drink on a night out. So I actually don't drink that much. I've only recently started getting into drinking. Even then I don't drink that much. I would only drink on an occasion or maybe a weekend or something. But my go-to drink would be, I love pink gin. Pink gin is really nice. I love Copperberg. Strawberry and lime. Strawberry on its own is nice. How did you meet your new boyfriend, and how long have you been together? So yes, I do have a new boyfriend. The new boyfriend sounds, but yeah, I do have a boyfriend. We met through work experience. So I did work experience in college, and I met him there. We've been together now for 7-ish months. Most boring sport in your opinion? Most boring sport. I don't know, Is golf a sport? If golf is a sport, that's probably the most boring. Hang on, is golf a sport? It is a sport, yeah, so definitely golf. Golf is so boring. How you managed your anxiety when you went to college? Did you find it hard being in a new environment? So yes, it was my first time going to college last year. So this time last year, basically I was getting ready to go to college, and I was going to Limerick College of Further Education, which I'm going to make a video on as well, because I've got loads of questions about people asking me about PLC course, and to make a video on that, which I will also do. I lived in Limerick for the year, and I went to college in Limerick. And how was my anxiety? At the beginning, my anxiety was really bad, like, as in, I found it really hard, like, previously, like, even if I was in a city for a day, or if I was, even if I was in town for the day, I found my anxiety got really bad being in a place with lots of people, or just being around loads of people. So it was really bad at the beginning. Also, I was nervous of college because there was going to be loads of people I didn't know. I was going to have to really put myself out there to make friends. And then again, living on your own is hard. Well, I wasn't living on my own, luckily I was living with my sister, but so I wasn't completely on my own. But living independently, like cooking for yourself, cleaning for yourself, buying things for yourself, all of that was very difficult, and did make my anxiety quite bad. I think over time though, I got so much stronger, because I was forced to be in this new environment. I was forced to push myself further. It did make things a lot better. So it was really challenging at the beginning, but then, like, when January came, my confidence just spurred. Like, I went to the gym on my own, I was taking buses on my own, I was walking down the street on my own, and those sound like quite mundane, basic things, but for me they weren't. So yeah, like, so basically how I managed it was just basically to push myself to do things, but also to understand that if I couldn't do them, I wasn't going to be beating myself up over it, but just to be patient with myself as well, just because it's a new environment. Everyone's in the same boat in your year, so everybody knows how it feels. So just be patient with yourself, reward yourself and praise yourself, extremely important as well. Did you find it hard being in a new environment? Oh my gosh, yes. That was probably the hardest part, being in a new environment, sleeping in a different room, in a different county, in a city when I am a country girl. So yeah, it was very hard. But again, you kind of just adjust to things. When you're kind of pushed in the middle of stuff, you do adjust. But also know that everybody has a different, like, adjusting rate. Not everybody's going to adjust very quickly, and not everybody's going to be perfect straight away. And if you are homesick, it's absolutely fine. You are allowed to be homesick, obviously. It is a new environment, it is difficult. So just remember that, like, college, they say it's the best years of your life. It's the years where you grow up and you become who you are. So just don't sweat it too much and go at your own pace, would be my advice. Your first time, was it sore? So I'm guessing this is talking about my losing my virginity. First time I lost my virginity, yes, it was sore, but I don't really talk about sex that much on my channel, but I feel like it's such a normal thing to talk about, and it's such a normal thing. And if people are asking about it, I know it can be difficult when you haven't talked about it with anyone and you feel like it's such a taboo. So yeah, it was sore, but just know, like, it's not gonna be sore for everybody. You have to make sure that you're both warmed up, you both go slowly and don't rush it. That was my problem. I rushed it and it was a bit sore. It wasn't a bit sore, it was very sore. But again, not everybody's the same. And go at your own pace. Make sure you're ready and you're not being pushed into it or anything like that. So yeah. Another sex question. Is sex important in a relationship? I think it's important. Yeah, I do think it's important. I don't think it's the be all and end all, but I do think having sexual intimacy with someone is important in a relationship, because it shows, like, attraction, and it shows there's just a different side to things. I do think it's important, but again, it's not everything. I know it feels a bit weird talking about it, because I haven't really talked about sex on my channel before, but, like, everybody has a different sex drive, so yours might not match your partner's or whatever, and that's okay as well, as long as you can both work around it. Sex is important, but again, it's not everything, you know. And just know, if you're with someone who maybe a little bit, like, wants sex more, and you don't, or you want it more and they don't, just be able, as long as you're able to talk about it, that's the main thing, and kind of come to a middle agreement, I think. How is your mental health? So my mental health is okay. Like, I go through days, obviously there's a certain amount of stuff going on in my life at the minute, so I go through days where sometimes it's great and sometimes it's not great. Like, that's the same with everybody though, isn't it? Like, some days your life is going to be great and some days it's not, and that's absolutely fine. My anxiety has gotten so much better. Like, I feel a little bit anxious today. I don't know if it's because I knew I was making a video or whatever, but I'm a bit anxious today. But most of the time I'm actually fine. I've gotten very good at just kind of going with the flow and kind of dealing with things the way they are. So it's fine. And when I'm sad, I kind of just, like, I'll cry about it, I'll go for a walk and stuff, kind of just deal with it, instead of what I used to do is bury it down and try and pretend I was okay. But I think when you're sad or when you're not feeling great, you kind of just need to deal with it. And obviously everybody's different coping mechanisms, but deal with it in the way that you can and talk about it. It's one of the most important things. And I know sometimes if you've got the same issue, and if you're upset about the same issue, you can kind of feel like you're repeating yourself to people, and you don't really want to be doing that. But I promise the people in your life, if they really care and if they really love you, they will want to hear it. They'd rather hear your side than you be upset about it. So that's what I always say. So talking about it is something I find really hard, but it's really, really important. So thank you for asking about my mental health. It's great. Like, some days it's great, some days it's not, and I think it's just accepting that. But as a whole, which I'm going to make another video about my social anxiety actually. My social anxiety has gotten so much better. So if you want me to make a video about that, actually let me know, because I want to talk about how I kind of overcame. I'm not fully over it, but how I overcame it a little bit. Okay, we have another sex question. Jeez. What is your body count, and do you think it is important when dating? Okay, so my body count is 2. I don't really feel any shame in that. And do you think it's important? I think what this person means is, do you think your body count is important when you're seeing someone? If I was with somebody, like, I don't think somebody's body count matters to me unless it's really high. That might freak me out a little bit, but that's just me. Like, everybody's different. Like, I don't mind if someone's got like a low body count or no body count or whatever, but to me, if it's really, really high, I would feel a little like a little bit apprehensive about that. But that's just me. Like, that's not me like shaming them, it's just me being nervous if I was to go there with them. But that's just me. I don't like, at the end of the day, I don't think it's important. Like, I feel like everybody has a past, so it's about accepting the past and stuff like that. But I don't think you should be, or maybe you meant it's important as in, does it define you? If that's what you mean, no, it doesn't define you at all. Your body count doesn't define you. Whether it's low or high, it doesn't define you. And I know I said I don't like people, I'd be a bit more nervous with someone with a higher body count, but it doesn't define anything about them. It doesn't make them any less of an individual. Like, at the end of the day, sex is sex. It's such a normal thing. Some people do it more, some people don't, and that's absolutely fine. I think it's just finding something for you as well. I hope I don't sound bad, but like, at the end of the day, everybody does it eventually at some point, so it's a really normal thing. Something you love or hate about yourself. So something I love about myself, as in like who I am, is that I try and be the nicest I can be to people. I'm trying to be there for people. Like, I would rather help someone than them be upset. Something I hate about myself is that I let people walk all over me, and I let people hurt me, and I go back and back and back to try, even though it hasn't been the best situation. So, main thing I don't like about myself. There's loads of things I don't like about myself. Physically, I like my teeth. They're like the one thing that I have always liked, because they're like they're okay. And something physically I don't like about myself is probably there's a lot, it's just hard to choose. The most thing I don't like about myself is probably my hair, in that I'm literally so hairy. Like, it's something I've been self-conscious about for such a long time, because like I've had just negative experiences about my hair and stuff, and I feel ashamed about it sometimes, and I don't think it's something. See, girls are conditioned to think that they should have no hair all the time, and if they have hair then they're disgusting, and I don't think that's, like, it's not fair, because at the end of the day the hair is there for a reason. It's there to protect yourself, and I think whether someone's decision is to shave or their decision is not to shave, then that's absolutely fine. But I don't think anybody should ever put someone down about it, because I've had an experience where someone put me down about my hair, and to this day, like, this happened, I'd say nearly 2 years ago, nearly 3 years ago, and it still makes me feel bad about myself. Like, I am so self-conscious about my hair because of this. And body hair is such a normal thing, and it's something I've always been so insecure about, because I have quite, like, as you can see, my eyebrows and my hair, they're quite dark. So I have dark hair, and that would be one of my biggest insecurities. Have you ever had a pregnancy scare? Oh my god. No, I've never had a pregnancy scare in, like, that I've missed my period and I thought I was pregnant. I've never had a pregnancy scare like that, but I do sometimes, if I ever feel a bit sick or like anything like that, I'm like, oh, I could be pregnant, but I'm not. You know, that's just me being paranoid. Like, I've never had a proper pregnancy scare. How many times a week do you exercise, and how do you keep motivated? So each week varies. Each week I try and exercise 4 to 5 times a week. Like, every day I do some form of exercise, whether it's a walk or whether it's a run. And then I do, and then I do things like, I do training with my boyfriend as well. So I do strength training, which is upper body. I do legs, I do abs, all that stuff with him. I do stretching sometimes, which I absolutely hate, but I do it like unwillingly, but I do it. So I do work out with him maybe 4 times a week at least. Well, no, 4 being a lot, because his workouts are really hard. And then I go for walks, I go for runs, I do my own ab workouts. I'm currently doing the Chloe Ting ab challenge, which I love. Very hard, it's a 6-pack one, very, very hard, but I love that. And how do I stay motivated? So I think I've talked about this a couple of times on my Instagram, I talk about this a couple of times on my Instagram, is basically the reason how I keep motivated now is basically like just genuinely having a love for it. Like, working out has made me feel so much more confident about myself, has changed how I view myself, and I know I can be strong when I want to be. And I think that has made all the difference. And actually enjoying a workout, like, every day I want to work out, like, I enjoy my workout, and I think that has made all the difference. And then seeing progress as well from all the hard work also is kind of addictive. So when you keep seeing progress, it's kind of hard to stop. Not in an addictive way, but like, I just like seeing that as well. And I think as well, I'm very competitive, and I like to just kind of better myself all the time. So if there's like with fitness, I think everybody's different. We're all going to like different forms of workouts and stuff like that, but I think exercise is such an important thing, and everybody should exercise to a certain extent. Obviously it's so important. It's not only good for you on your outside, like for your body, it's so good mentally in it. Like, if you're in a bad place mentally, exercising and eating better, I don't eat perfectly by the way, can just make you feel so much better, and it's just so worth it. So I actually had a couple of people asking me to film my workout routine, and I think I might do that. It varies a lot. Like, I do workout, my boyfriend, he does calisthenics, I can never say that right, calisthenics, whatever, it's body weight stuff, and it's really hard. So I do that with him like 4 times a week most of the time. And then I do walks and runs. Like, I try to get to about 10,000 steps a day, and I'm currently trying, in running, I'm trying to build myself to a 5k run. The highest I've gotten at the minute is 4k, and some days I can't even do past 2k. So it really, really does depend on that sort of stuff. But yeah, if you're just looking for exercise, make sure you enjoy what you're doing, and make sure you're healthy about it. Don't go in completely like hardcore. You need to build it up gradually to a place where you feel comfortable, and then just do it because you love it, if that makes sense. Now, the final question is, do you get pelvic pain? I heard you talk about it on your story, and what is it like? So yeah, I've got this asked a couple of times. So yes, I do get pelvic pain, and it's basically just a pain in my pelvis, and I get it, like, I've gotten it now for about, I got it when I was 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, I'm nearly 21, so about 4.5 years basically. I've had pelvic pain, and it's horrible. Like, it's just horrible. Like, it really, so I'm on the pill, for example. So before I was on the pill, let's say in my cycle, I would get my period, let's say on the 3rd week. Towards after the 1st week, let's say the 1st week is in after I got my period, I would be fine. There'd be no pain. There'd not be no pain, sometimes there'd be a little pain. The 2nd week, the pain would start to ease up, and what it did, like, it would be like if I got up too fast, or if I ran, or if I just did something, I get this shooting pain across my pelvis to the point where I literally have to bend over. It'd be very, very painful. And towards the week of my period, it used to get so bad. Like, I say used to because, well, it still gets so bad. It's not too bad at the minute. Like, it kind of, sometimes it goes through phases as well. It'll be so bad, and then I'll get my period. My cramps are horrible, like, so horrible. Like, I'm on the pill, so it has helped a lot, but they're still horrible. And then after, again, they would be fine until the 2nd week. So yes, I do get pelvic pain, and I've also started to get back pain. Oh, the back pain's horrible. I've literally only started to get the back pain within the last last 6 months, literally. I've just started to get this horrible back pain, and it's lower down as well. So I went to the doctor about it, and he thinks it's related to my pelvic pain, which could be endometriosis. So I'm in the process of getting checked out for that and all that. So yeah, I do get pelvic pain, and it sucks because sometimes when I work out or anything like that, I'll just get this shooting pain across my pelvis, and it's very, very sore. But, like, hopefully it will be okay. So there's a horse in the background, I don't know if you can hear that. So hopefully it'll be okay, and thanks for asking, because I know I do share loads of stuff on my Instagram story about endometriosis and about pelvic pain, because 1 in 10 women have endometriosis, and a lot of them don't even know what the word means. So I just think it's so important to talk about it and all of that. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Basically, I just want to start to get more, like, open on my channel, like, about loads of different things. Like, I talked about sex. I never usually talk about sex. I talked about periods. I just want to talk about, like, things openly, so you don't have to feel ashamed about anything. It's important to me, so I just think it is very important. So if you want to ask me anything else, please leave your questions down below. I can do a part 2, or if you just want me to talk about anything to dedicate a whole video to, please let me know. Also, one last thing, I am going to Inishmaan for a week for my birthday, and, well, it's not for my birthday, but my 21st birthday is during it. It wasn't for my birthday, but that just happened to be when it was. And I am going to vlog it, and I'm really excited because I haven't vlogged in ages, and I absolutely love vlogging. So I might have another video up before that vlog, or I might not, we'll have to see. But until then, I'll see you very soon. I hope you're all keeping well, and if you like this video, give it a massive thumbs up, comment and subscribe to my channel, please. And if you want to follow me on Instagram for more. I'll see you very soon. Thank you so much for all the support. Love you. Mwah.